Brady, Dave, what in the world? Montana bent twig? My God, you're here. I'm here at my home in Santa Barbara, and I just saw this most beautiful of gifts. I don't even know if I'm worthy of this thing, but I tell you what, I'm thrilled to have it, and we're gonna take this and I'll play this a little bit, and we're playing on the 24th in Park City. I hope you guys can figure out a way to break away, do an impromptu show there in Park City. I'm gonna make sure some really good guitar players get to play this. I'm an average guitar player, but this is not an average gift. This is like special. So thank you for the Montana, is it the bent twig? What is it?
Bent twig.
It is the bent twig. Thanks, guys, really. You know, some of the earliest moments, some of the greatest moments was of my own father taking me fishing. And so I just can't tell you how big my heart goes to see my boys and the sense of adventure they must feel. I think I'm the one that probably even gets maybe more out of it than them, to even just have the imagery of it locked away forever now. Sometimes they're just memories, but in an instant like this, I get to see them catch their first fish. And in this instance, lose their first one all at the same time. It's happened to everybody that's ever fished. At least you can tell Mom how big it was. That's what's great about being together. Almost doesn't matter what we do, as long as we do it together. Each flight had kids hitchhiking, but no place had them like up there on Bath in Korea. And I kid you not, there would be no fewer than 20 to 40 kids there, making their way to San Francisco, to Haight-Ashbury. And it was not a cliche to see people in tie-dye or blue glasses. If you think that's a cliche, you're full of shit, because they did have them. They also had really short haircuts and horn-rimmed glasses because they were coming back from war in Vietnam. There's a lot going on. We had our first big oil disaster here on Earth Day came out of it, and I was formed, and I was just going to play most of our songs, but there's songs that marked me as a 15-year-old, and I'd just like to play you a few, and then we'll do one more of ours, but you don't mind. My most famous car is the one that's sitting kind of right behind me, the Bull Durham car, and I bought it just after shooting that movie, and it cost $14,000 for the production to buy, $3,000 for it to fix up. So for $21,000, I bought it. I almost walked away from it, and then came to my senses. I don't know, but you decide if it's a good trade. I'll let the public think about that one. Sweet boy. Hello, everyone. Just thinking out loud, the way maybe a lot of people are thinking out loud. I want to let you know I'm doing all right, and pray and hope that the same thing is happening for you. I know it's not easy. It's pretty confusing. At this house, I find myself washing off groceries on our front porch. I see my kids on a computer waving me out of the room. But I have it good, and not everybody has it as well. So I'm aware, while I'm going through this, I'm aware of where I'm at in this life, and I'm happy about that. But as I'm thinking about where everyone else is, I started thinking about a song that Modern West did a while back called "The Sun Will Rise Again." It just talks about the idea of things being really broken, and right now things are broken. And it's confusing, and there's a lot of noise out there. And the only thing I can hope is that maybe this song maybe mirrors how you're feeling, with the idea of how it ends. The sun's going to rise again. That's going to happen for all of us. If you want to be a good one, you have to understand the story you're telling has to have a level of value to the people that you're asking, in a sense, to be quiet and listen to. It needs to have that beginning. It needs to have a level of poetry, because our lives have it. You know, they're hard enough anyway, but when we look back at them and
try to touch on things. There's ways to get at the poetry of a story. And so, you know, that's what I have always enjoyed, is someone who could combine the facts in a really elegant way, sometimes a simplistic way, and always laced with a level of sense of humor, because nothing in life suffers from a sense of humor.
It's a good show tonight. Saw the comments that people made. Thanks. Hi, Iva. I wanted to thank you for number one, getting Explorers Guild, and two, having your picture just taken everywhere. It was fantastic. Hi, everyone. Look, I'm so sorry for everyone who might have been tuning in to watch the Golden Globes. Chris and I aren't going to be able to be there. Yesterday we had to pull the kids out of school, and in Santa Barbara, this is the second time in 5 years the town freeways flooded out. We found ourselves on the wrong side of the town, and we couldn't get back last night. We couldn't even get back to the house this morning in time. And with the freeways closed, nobody's sadder than us that we can't be there at the Golden Globes. Chris had a beautiful dress. I look forward to walking down the red carpet with her. You know, the people at Yellowstone, my castmates, Stephen and Christina, my directors who've been directing me and writing for Taylor. I'm just so sorry that I can't be there. I really wanted to, and I know how bad Chris wanted to support me, and she went out and bought me some gold and yellow and black and silver balloons, and so we're going to sit at television and see what happens. But thank you for your support, and I'm really sorry to the Golden Globes and international press, but I hope we're invited back. Thanks.
The band, when it gets together with me, we read the scripts, we talk about the character, I talk about the character we're playing, and inevitably music starts to come from that. Everybody ties in to what was happening, and the band comes out and they hang with me, and we get a house, and it's like the YMCA, if you will. It's a bit of a boys club, and the equipment's set up so it looks like a mess, the house, but it's fun because someone will have slept on some idea, get up, you might even hear them playing way too early, and the next thing you know, pretty soon all the guitars are on, the drums are going, and out comes the music. And Yellowstone really began to pop for us. I'm really proud of this record, proud of the way a lot of the characters that are in Yellowstone are defined. And what's also important about them is they're not always songs just about Yellowstone. They're about, sometimes some of the songs are about how I'm feeling at that time in my life. So Yellowstone represents all of that.
It was towards the end of my trip. I'd gone to all four corners of the United States and found myself now in Fort Lauderdale. And it was incredible for me. Didn't have any money, and come around the evening, we were kind of looking for what we always had to figure out was where we were going to sleep. And the thing that was amazing about Lauderdale was how the people were driving their cars on the beach. And I thought, wow, this is heaven. And so I thought, well, I guess we could probably sleep here too, which was wrong. And so I remember we were sleeping there, and all of a sudden there was a banging on my little camper, and it was a cop. He goes, "What in the world are you doing here?" And I go, "Well, people drive on the beach, they can't sleep here." And he goes, "No." So we think, we got to figure out a place to be. And we'd met some people that were our age, and they were all sleeping in this one apartment, and there was probably 30 people sleeping there. So I thought, well, this will work, because, this will work. So what we did, so it was working, and we all fell asleep. And about 2 in the morning, 3, there was a knock on the door, and it was the police going, someone had reported there was 30 people sleeping in this hotel room. And it was the same cop. And he happened to see me and my friend and kicked us out of that. And my friend and I, we just didn't really know where we were going to go next. And I saw a laundromat And laundromats are always kind of warm. They're noisy, but like I say, we just wanted to sleep. And so we went there to sleep, and somebody must have called the police, and it was that same policeman. We had to like leave Lauderdale, me and my friend. So what was interesting about that road trip was trying to find some place to sleep and being run out of town. So I was 18, and I realized I have to be a better planner.